and he is an Igbo man. Igbo people are Igbo people. And they know it. Everybody knows it. But because of abandoned property in Igbocha, because of the same thing that the Fulani did to their own... Oh my God, these people are evil. Fulani came and wanted to divide us, the same thing that Wike is now doing today. Fulani said to Igbo people in Igbocha, take your brother's property from Anambra, from Abi, from Ebonyi, from Enugu, from Delta. Take their properties in Igbocha. Tell them you are not Igbo, that you're Igbo, and we will defend you.
All right. So I don't know if you have ever asked yourself how we came about this issue of South-South and the Southeast. Yes, because I can tell you that in the initial geographical settings of Nigeria, there is nothing like South-South. What we have is the North, the West, and the East. Those claiming to be South-South today are one with the East. So how come that suddenly, we began to hear South-South, to the point that as it is today, it is causing a very big issue. Yes, you remember in the month of November, December, and January, during that period of the President General election of Ohaneze Ndigbo, yes, during that election, it really caused a lot of issues. Some people saying that somebody from Rivers State is not an Igbo person. Ha! God, have you asked yourself how come we've gotten to this point that people are denying their originality? No, well, I may say probably because they do not know history. But please, I beg you, in this video, we are going to once again learn how it was. Please, I beg you. You know, I tell you, on this channel, I bring you contents that will not just inform us, but will also educate us. Please, I beg you, take a little time. Some people are saying, oh, Igbos are divided. Igbo land are divided. Igbo is only 5 states. Southeast is only 5 states. Who told you? Who told you? Biafra is only 5 states. Abia, Imo, Anambra, and Enugu. Who told you? Please, take a little time. Take a little time, I beg you, and watch this video. And you understand some things that you've never known or heard before.
We must learn this morning. The people, now listen very carefully, please. The person who was instrumental to that abandoned property regime in Igbocha is an Ogoni man. And believe it or not, Ogoni people are not distinct as some of them claim to be. Ogoni is also an Igbo clan, the same way you have Ngwa today. It's how you have Ogoni. They are Igbo people. The same way you have Ngwa as a clan. Ngwa is the biggest clan you have in Biafra land, the biggest Igbo clan. Ngwa started all the way from Montana. And to Igbocha, to Okwa. Okwa is called Okwangwa. Okwa is Igbo land. The same way you have, what's it called, Ogoni land. Ogoni. And do you know the funniest thing? Ken Saro-Wiwa, I want to give people the history of the confusion in the so-called River State and the stupidity of some people. Based on what Chibike Amechi said, this history, I kept giving this lecture over the years until Igbo people realized that indeed they are Igbo after all. Now listen very carefully. Who created abandoned property? A man called Ken Saro-Wiwa, who is today, he died a freedom fighter, and we commend that. But you know me, I always tell you the truth. It may be very bitter, but it is the truth, and I will preach it. There is something some of you do not know. The person that brought division into our land is Ken Saro-Wiwa. Edwin Clark. Pay attention, please. Ken Saro-Wiwa and Edwin Clark. It is not good to speak ill of the dead, but the truth must be spoken. And the Wike is continuing in the footsteps of Ken Saro-Wiwa, and he will meet the same end as Ken Saro-Wiwa if he doesn't take time. I know he's listening. They all listen. And this goes to all the governors of the so-called South, South, and Southeast. You must pay attention. Ken Saro-Wiwa and Edwin Clark brought division into the old Eastern region. Ken Saro-Wiwa was at my alma mater, of course, the finest secondary school in the world in those days, Government College Omai. He was there. So also was Cyprian Ekwensi, so also was Chinua Achebe. So also was the best result in the history of WAEC or GCE in the whole of West Africa. The late Dr. J.O.J. Okezie. J.O.J. Okezie made the best result in the history of WAEC and GCE in the whole of West Africa. Till today, his result has not been broken by anybody. Dr. J.O.J. Okezie from Ibegu, from Obanakata, from my town. All of these brilliant people went to Government College Omaya, including Ken Saro-Wiwa, who also was a very brilliant man, a writer and a poet. He's an artist. And you know me, I have a soft spot for artists. You know, things like somewhere that I love, Reginald Akuchie. If you know him, I grew up with him. Incidentally, he went to Government College Omaya, and we also went to UNN together, University of Nigeria and Soka. People must pay attention this morning. Reginald Akuchie is a better artist than Leonardo da Vinci. He is a better sculptor rather than Botticelli. Reginald Akuchie is the finest artist I have ever seen in my life. I have been to art galleries, I've been to museums, I've seen Rembrandt, I have seen all the beautiful artists you can think of. Reginald Akuchie, if you give him the opportunity to paint something like the Sistine Chapel, Honorati. He went to Government College Omaya. Reginald Akuchie, very brilliant artist, but his talent was wasted because he was born in Nigeria. I said he is a better painter than any Italian Renaissance painter you can think of. If you sit down and Reginald Akuchie will paint you, he will paint you, you will be amazed. His talent was wasted. That's by the way. Ken Saro-Wiwa was at my school, Government College Omaya. He graduated on scholarship given to him by the government of Eastern region. And I hope that good people are listening. The man who gave Ken Saro-Wiwa, or under whose regime Ken Saro-Wiwa's brilliance was recognized, is an Igbo man by the name Dr. Michael Obara. Ken Saro-Wiwa went to school, left Government College Omaya, and became a very wonderful man. There is a motto at my school, in unum lucent, which means may we shine as one. Every Omayan knows that. Ken Saro-Wiwa left and never shone as one because there is something called when we're in school, you know, in those days. It's only boys' school, and it is a boarding school built by a man called Robert Fisher, apparently a Scottish man. And we are not allowed to go out. If you come into government college, you don't go out. You stay in boarding in your hostels or in your dormitories, and then you go to class and all the rest of it. It was modeled along English public schools, like English grammar schools, the boarding ones, that is. There is a house in government college called Kent House. You know, we have Kent House. We have Simpson House. All white people on the Ocha. I was in Cousin's house. Cousins was the guy that wrote the biology textbook. A white man, Cousins. We had Niger House. We had Wareham House, another white man. To the left of Cousins' house is Wareham House. We had all these white principals and white people all over the place. And also, as time went on, Igbo principals and the Ijaw principals. Now listen very carefully. I want to debunk all this nonsense about Igbo, all this rubbish that Wike is now peddling. Anybody who knows or went to government college, you will know there is a house called Erekosima House. Erekosima is an Ijaw man. There were Igbo principals that came to government college. But the only person that they named a house after is an Ijaw man, Erekosima. Are you paying attention? That's during the time of Opara. Everything was done to integrate the East. Is there any house in government college named after an Igbo man? No. But there was a house named after Erekosima. Erekosima was a principal at government college Ijaw man. And they named the house after him. A house is a dormitory where we stay, Erekosima. And I used to have a dream. When I used to dream in those days, most of my dreams, I was in Cousin's house. Most of my dreams were situated in Erekosima house. And it never occurred to me that anytime I preach this very gospel, Biafra is almost at our doorstep. Erekosima's son died at government college. He was playing cricket. And cricket, the ball itself hit him on the backside. You know, in government college, we played every game. We played cricket, we played every game, just name it in the world. We played it. We played hockey, we played cricket, we played tennis. What is it we didn't play at government college? Everything we played. Not now is like a glorified primary school. Erekosima's son also went to government college, but he died unfortunately because the cricket ball, when they were playing cricket, the cricket hit his scrotum and shattered his testicles, and he died. So after that, they made it compulsory. You must wear a guard to protect your private part before you go out to play cricket. We played cricket at school. Oh my goodness. Do you know Ken Saro-Wiwa was there? Ken Saro-Wiwa went to government college, came out, became a very successful man. And one day we had a dance, Ongwa, during his time at school. They invited, was it Holy Rosary? Not Holy Rosary because they were too small for us. We used to go to Ojumbo, you know, where they are the girls that they used to bring to us in those days to dance with. After we have a debate, and after the debate, you dance. As they were dancing, I've forgotten the name of the girls' school that they asked to come. I don't know if it is girls from Stella Maris in Igbo. No, I don't think so. It was a girls' school, or was it here? I can't remember. A girl school was invited from Igbo Land to come to Government College to debate, because we debate. You know, at Omwahia, we speak very good English. Of course we do. We debate, and after the debate, then you have a dance afterwards. And all the teachers and the principal, they will leave, and the boys will have fun with the girls, just dancing or nothing more. Do you know that they invited a girls' school to Government College Omwahia for a dance? And Ken Saro-Wiwa went to one of the girls and said to her, "Excuse me, dance, I want to dance with you." And the girl said no. And Ken Saro-Wiwa immediately thought that the girl said no to him because he is not Igbo. I am giving you factual history. I am sure that Ken Saro-Wiwa's son, if the father was somebody who, as my father did, to tell you what happened during their time, must have told the children this story. A girl said no, an Igbo girl said no to dance with him. And Ken Saro-Wiwa muttered to himself because he's Igbo. That's why the Igbo girl did not want to dance with him, because he's Ogoni and the girl is Igbo. Nobody knew that Ken Saro-Wiwa took that thing away and left Government College Omwahia, became a successful man, and was still harboring that hatred for Igbo people that gave him free education. Allowed him to go to the finest secondary school there is. Ken Saro-Wiwa had bitterness in him, and during the war, Ken Saro-Wiwa found an opportunity to revenge, because an Igbo girl refused to dance with him. And he joined the Nigerian army, and he served with Abacha. Abacha became his close friend. After the war, Ken Saro-Wiwa wanted, not only did he join Nigeria to fight Biafra, the bitterness was still lingering in him. He went and convinced Abacha. He convinced Abacha that Igbos should be punished further. Abacha asked him, "What do you want us to do?" Ken Saro-Wiwa told Abacha that all the properties in Igbocha belonging to Igbo people from across Imo River. Listen carefully, because Obi Igbo, the heart of Igbo nation is in Igbocha. Obi Igbo. That is why they neglect it. That is even the reason why we neglected it. You must pay attention this morning, please. I beg of you. He said all those across the water, they must lose their properties in Igbocha, and we are going to give it to local people. Those local people, not minding that they're Igbo people, we are going to tell them that they are different. Me, I'm an Ogoni man. We are going to tell Igbo people that they are not Igbo. And because Igbo people from across the water came to Igbocha and became successful, bought land and built houses, we are going to give those houses to Igbo people. And then we tell Igbo that you're not Igbo. Abacha rang Lagos and asked for approval. The approval was given. Because when that suggestion came and was being discussed in Lagos, you know that the British government, they hear everything that you say. They told the British said, okay, very good. That is how we are going to divide them. That is how we are going to deny the Igbo people access to the sea, by making sure that the Igbo people that live by the sea see themselves as non-Igbos. A very simple, very clever plan. Because Igbocha seaport is there, and that land is owned by Igbo people, owned, which is Ikwere, of course, owned by Ikwere people. And because of that, in order to deny the wider body of Igbo nation access to the sea, let us tell those that live by the sea that they're not Igbo. They did the same thing in Opobo. And the British said to go on, you can go ahead, it's a very beautiful plan, it's a very good plan. So they can divide us. So the go-ahead came, and Abacha, who was a very good friend of Ken Saro-Wiwa, said to Ken Saro-Wiwa, you can go ahead and implement this. It's fine. It's a very good idea. Now, but in order to make it work, since it is your idea, you are now going to oversee the whole abandoned property project. Ken Saro-Wiwa spent days and nights touring every community in Igbo, telling them how they are not Igbo, how Igbo people came and dominated their lives and took over their land and built houses. But meanwhile, he's Ogonio, he's not Igbo, he's not Igbo. He says he's not Igbo. Meanwhile, he doesn't speak Igbo language. The people in Igbo, they speak Igbo language. They answer Chibike Amechi, which is Igbo. They answer Nyesom Wike, which is Igbo. They answer Odele, which is Igbo. And you know what they call God in Igbo? Chukwokika Abiyama. Ikwere call God Chukwokika Abiyama. I heard it myself. Nobody told me. I was traveling through that area. They told me themselves. Nobody told me. You must pay attention this morning. They said, because wherever a people who are successful are gathered, there's always envy. Ikwere said, okay, from today onwards, we are from Ikwere. We are from Bini. And the Oba of Bini is our brother. We are not Ikwere people. We are not Igbo. Although we speak Igbo, we are Igbo speaking, but we are Ikwere. Yoruba speaking, but I'm not Yoruba. Does that make sense to you? Ken Saro-Wiwa presided over abandoned property. He was the one, despite benefiting from a scholarship granted to him by an Igbo man, despite going to a very beautiful school in Igbo Land, because he could have gone to Opreka Grammar School. He could have gone to Stella Maris in Igbo. He could have gone to one of those beautiful schools that you had, but he got a scholarship to attend Government College in Omai, Fisher High School, for free. He now came back to wreak revenge because a girl refused to dance with him. Are you listening? Now, you know Igbo man. If something happens in the north, you know, if there's a riot now in the north, and there are two Igbo businessmen, one of them had his house destroyed, his cars burnt, and maybe a part of his business still surviving. He is desperate for cash. The other businessman, who is Igbo, will come to him and not offer to give him a loan to rebuild his business, but will tell him, please, I want to buy you out. So it is in us. Igbo people accepted and took over all the properties belonging to their own flesh and blood from across the Imo River. That's all. If you are on this side of the Imo River, in Obi side, they let you keep your property. If you're from Ongwa, going all the way to Hamufu, or to Geken, you lose your property to your own brother in Iguacha that they named Port Harcourt. That was Ken Saro-Wiwa's plan, which the British endorsed, which Gowon executed. And in Lagos, they tried the same thing in some places. As you may recall, when our leader came back, he was fighting for his father's house at Queen's Drive in Ikoyi. I think he got it back eventually. some people in Yoruba land wanted to play smart. They said, okay, if they're taking their properties in Port Harcourt, we must also take their properties in Lagos. But I want to shock all of you this morning. In the north, where there were predominantly Hausa people, there was no abandoned property. After the war, Igbo people went back to the north, and the Hausa people gave them back the keys to their houses. I want you to pay attention. But in Biafra land, in Igbo land, a particular section of Igbo people, a clan, Ikwe is a clan, the same way Ngwa is a clan, and Ngwa is bigger than Ikwe. The same way that Ogoni is a clan. One clan in Igbo land decided to jettison their identity because of their brother's property. But in Hausa land in the north, Hausa people, because Fulani was busy moving cattle in the bush, Hausa people gave back the keys to Igbo properties back to the owners when they came back after the war. Now the divide and rule has set in. Ken Saro-Wiwa was working with Abacha. Very, very well. The same thing now that Wike is doing. Another Ijaw man came into power. I will call him even an Igbo man because his name is Melford Okilo. Or is it Okiro? He's in Melford. Let me get his full correct name. The MPN governor. They said they will vote MP and they will not vote for Zeke. All of those go, I call them the Gowon created states. You know, Lugard created Nigeria. People that call themselves Nigeria were created by Gowon. The people created by Gowon. Oh dear me. Things are happening. There are so many things you people don't know about the zoo. The reason why we are suffering today was because an Igbo girl refused to dance with Ken Saro-Wiwa. That is why Wike is saying this rubbish today. That is the genesis of the problem. After all, the man that knew history and told Ojukwu about our name, Biafra, is an Ijaw man, Ijaw, the same place with the bloated pig, the same place with Ankyo Briggs, the same place with Edwin Clark. The man who said our name is Biafra is not an Igbo man. He's an Ijaw man, Ijaw. This morning, all of you must pay attention. I don't even know why I'm preaching this very gospel, but I was moved to preach it. That I should preach it. Because of Wike, I want our people to get to the root of the problem. Because of Jason Wike, I want our people to be educated this morning. Education. You all must listen carefully, please. The same man that I told you gave me money when I went to his house in London, the former governor of River State, his name is Melford Okilo. Melford Okilo. Now listen very carefully. Melford Okilo and Okiro, the former IG of police, are all Igbo people. I want them to understand this. And I also want you to know, when I told you about Arochukwu and slavery the other day, I want you to know that most of the people who are Ijaw today, Ijaw, is either your grandfather or your grandmother is from Arochukwu. If you doubt me, go and ask the pig in the creek. Do you have Arochukwu blood in you? Ask Ankyo Briggs. Ankyo Briggs, do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? Because you were all sired by our people, captured and taken to the new world as slaves from Arochukwu. Am I lying? Ankyo Briggs, do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? Eshioja, the pig in the creek, do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? So when people are telling you rubbish, he's got this, he's on this, we are this, I am asking them, you people you were giving birth to by people from Arochukwu, am I lying or not? Yes or no? I want you, some of you with Ankyo Briggs number, go to her page this morning and inbox her. Please, ma'am, do you be respectful, please? Please, ma'am, ma'am is M-A-A-M. Do you have Arochukwu blood in you? Please answer me yes or no. Some of you that read the nonsense from the imbecilic pig in the creek, ask him a simple question. Do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? Go and ask Edwin Clark. Edwin Clark, do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? These are simple questions, they're not difficult. Ask them this morning and you hear what they will tell you. You'll be shocked. These people they are carrying Arochukwu blood in them. Arochukwu, our spiritual capital. Arochukwu blood is in them. But when you see them talk their nonsense, you pity them. Who made it possible? Another Igbo man, Ken Saro-Wiwa, Ogoni. Ogoni is a clan in Igbo Land. You know, we like being autonomous. People may be saying, but why did they say they're not Igbo? Look at my own place. I come from Afarugu. My father was a traditional ruler of Afarugu. After a while, Oko Badumuoke said they want to answer Enugu. They want to be autonomous. My father said, okay, no problem, you can go. Before that, the first son of Afarugu is Okulaga. Okulaga is number one. They are the first son of Afarugu, which is the next village, or should I say hamlet, to mine. Okulaga said, we want to be autonomous. And today, Okulaga has an autonomous community inside Afarugu. Maybe in the future, Isiama will also become an autonomous community in Afarugu. Autonomous means leave me alone. The same way that Ogoni is an autonomous clan in Igbo Land. Are you listening to me? Somebody who is an Igbo man decided to be autonomous because a girl refused to dance with him. And he took that bitterness to corrupt and poison the minds of other people, like the Ikwere people, to hate themselves. And they think they are going to enjoy life. Of course not. You don't know God in heaven. No, you can't enjoy. They took their brother's properties in Iguacha. Chief Zetsiobi, one of the richest men you had in those days in Iguacha. My own grand uncle, Dudukoro, Chief Alozie. Who doesn't know him? Chief Alozie owns, from Obibo to Oil Mill on the right, he owns it. Chief Alozie. Who doesn't know him? In Iguacha. Oh dear. Chief Zetsiobi's properties were taken. My uncle's properties were taken. These are one of the richest people that you had. My uncle, De Jacob, studied in America. When he was traveling from Omuahia railway station, when he traveled because he went by ship. He traveled from Omuahia. De Jacob traveled, Jacob Alozie traveled from Omuahia railway station in Ibek, all the way to Iguacha, to board a ship to go to the US to study. His father, Chief Alozie, hired one coach for him, an entire train, an entire coach. Only the Jacob was in it with his servants. All the way to Iguacha. When he came back, when the Jacob came back, women removed their wrappers and laid it on for the Jacob to walk from railway all the way to my compound. Chief Alozie, his properties were taken. Those belonging to prominent men like Chief Zetsiobi were also taken in Igbocha, and most of them died because of it. Do you know what Dalozie used to say? Chief Alozie used to say when he because he was going to court to try to recover his properties. He said if his properties were taken by Hausa people, he would understand. But he cannot believe that people that took his properties are those that answer Ikoku. And his own brother, D. Ikoku, just lives across from him. People that answer Igbo names in Igbo Land took properties belonging to their fellow brothers. Are you listening? I want to tell you where Wike is coming from. Ken Saro-Wiwa did all of these things, and Ogoni Land was not developed. You know, God is miraculous. That is why they are suffering today. Ogoni Land is suffering today because of the betrayal that was brought into our land by Ken Saro-Wiwa. God is a God of vengeance. And Ogoni Land can never be developed unless Biafra comes. They can never. Ogoni can never see development until Biafra comes. Never. After that, after many years, Ken Saro-Wiwa now discovered, let me take water please. After many years, Ken Saro-Wiwa discovered the grand plan of the Fulani. I want to tell you how miraculous God is. Under the regime of his good friend, Sani Abacha, he started the agitation, the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Abacha called him on the phone. I said, my friend, what are you doing? He said, Ogoni Land is not developed. We are marginalized. We are backwards. Abacha said, okay, and put the phone down and ordered for his arrest. He was arrested in Igbocha, put in prison, and tried. Before he was executed, he said he wants to speak to his friend Abacha again. He called Abacha. You know what Abacha said to him? You are fighting me in my administration the same way you fought your brothers, the Igbos. You want to betray me the same way you betrayed the Igbos, but I will teach you a lesson. I will tell you I am not the Igbo people that you betrayed. Abacha gave the order and Ken Saro-Wiwa was hanged. Ask anybody if they keep records of telephone conversations between a president or head of state in Nigeria and PC there. We have all the information. Ken Saro-Wiwa was broken. Abacha said to him, you betrayed your people. I am your friend. I am the head of state, and you want to betray me, and for that I am going to kill you. And Abacha killed him because he betrayed his people. You think the Fulanis are not smart? Or the Janjaweed from the north, you think they're not smart? Once the Dakanian word, that's why they can never give him anything. They know he betrayed his people. It was the person that gave the go-ahead for abandoned property to be seized or to come into existence, so to speak. The person that Ken Saro-Wiwa went to and said, my friend, let us take properties from Igbo people in Igbo Land. You know, it's an abomination. Before God is an abomination. Go and read your Bible, Old Testament. An abomination before God. To take a property belonging to your brother. Land is an abomination. Is Ogoni Land developed today? They are my brothers, yes, and my sisters, yeah. But I tell you the truth. Is Ogoni Land developed here? I'm asking you. Edwin Clark, another traitor. Is Igbo Land developed? Traitor. Is Igbo Land developed? Igbo Land is polluted. They are campaigning all over the world, championing it because of the sins of Ken Saro-Wiwa. Some of them said, oh, we are not Igbo. We are Ogoni people. But how many are you? Where did you come from? Where do you come from? How can you be in the middle of nowhere and say you are a separate nation? And his name is Ken Wiwa, the child of Ewa. Wiwa, they changed it to Wiwa, W-I-W-A. They think we don't know that they're Igbo people. You can be autonomous all you like. Ungwa can wake up tomorrow and say we are autonomous from Igbo. We are not Igbo, we are Ungwa people. Nobody can begrudge them. Now, after successfully dividing our people through Ken Saro-Wiwa and Edwin Clark, a traitor to the core. He's an old man and I wish him more years to live, but I want him to be honest and come out to let him confess. The same thing today that Wike is doing. Wike, the same people that encouraged Ken Saro-Wiwa to divide Igbo Land, which is Biafra, they were also the same people that killed him. Did any Igbo man kill Ken Saro-Wiwa? And when our late eternal leader came to London, I said to him, why did you not intervene when they arrested Ken Saro-Wiwa? You could have mobilized the entire Igbo nation, which is Biafra itself, to campaign and to pressure Abacha not to kill your brother, Ken Saro-Wiwa. He said to me that what Ken Saro-Wiwa did was unpardonable, that it was God that punished him, that he was in no place to intervene. Ojukwu told me this in London. There were many of us there. Ojukwu came to London then with Peter Obi, Chekwas Okorie, Victor Me. Victor Me then was an ordinary treasurer in Abga. We went to buy them clothes at Oxford Street. Victor Me, did you come to England with any clothes? Did we not go to buy you clothes, myself and Ifani Negu and Samume? And what's his name? Chinedu. What's Chinedu's surname again? Forgotten. Ask Peter Obi now. Ask him. He will tell you. Was I not the one that paid for Juko's accommodation at Millennium Hotel with my credit card? Oh dear. At Kensington, that's where we were. Kensington, London. Chekwas Okorie, we found him accommodation elsewhere, not in the same hotel with our eternal leader. Oh, you people, you have all forgotten. Did I run to Peter Obi and ask him for money when he became governor? Mad people everywhere. As I was saying, Ojukwu said he couldn't have intervened because it was God's will. That the same person, not even people, the individual that Saro-Wiwa went to ask, do I have, please give me permission to take Igbo people's properties in Igbo? Let me convince Igbo that they are not Igbo. The person he went to, the man that gave the permission said, okay, go ahead, was the man that killed him. I want Wike to learn that we have history on our side. You cannot divide our people. You cannot ask a Biafran to go and hunt a Biafran for you. You can't divide us. There was a man that tried to divide us. Today that man is dead. Not by natural causes, killed by the same people that he was seeking to please through the division of the sacred land of Biafra. Weaker. You are going to die disgracefully. Anybody who tries to divide a land that God ordained must exist will die a miserable death. Have you asked yourself why Igbo land is not developed? Why our mothers go to the creek to drink from the same water that they go to toilet in? Have you asked yourself why? You people, you play with God. You don't know Chukwu Kikabiama. You don't know. Some of you don't know because you're not in the spirit. Igbo, do you think if you remove yourself from Biafra, you'll be developed? Fulani will swallow you overnight. I want you to understand this. That is why you are not developed and can never be developed in this world. Never, ever, ever. For betraying Biafra. Is Akwa Ibom doing well? Simple question. The reason why Akwa Ibom is doing well is because of Philip Effiong. God had mercy and said, because of Philip Effiong, I will leave you alone. All of you that said, we are not Biafra, I'm not Igbo. Are you doing well today? Are you better off than Anambra, Imo, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi? Are you better than them? Simple. You think you can divide the people of God? God will strike you dead. Nobody can do it. No human being can do it. Let me tell you. Your name is Nyesom Wike Waike. Because we are known by who our fathers are. His name is Ken Saro-Wiwa, Nwa-Iwa. The same way you have Wachuku, they change it to Wachuku, W-A. The same family, Wachuku, W-A. Wike is, they took away the N. Wa-Ike, he took away the N. So they will sound, they will say, I'm not Igbo. Wa-Ike is his name. He took away the N, took away the A, and said it's Wike, W-I-K-E. The name of the foremost Ogoni freedom fighter is Ken Saro-Wiwa, Wa-Iwa. They took away the N as Wike did, took away the A, it is now Wiwa, W-I-W-A. To hide their Igbo identity. The same thing that Ken Saro-Wiwa did with the same surname, or should I say with the same alphabets in the surname. Wa-Ike is N-W-A-I-K-E. Wiwa is N-W-A-I-W-A. What Ken Saro-Wiwa did, Wike is now doing. Wike, they took off the N and the A, you now have Wike, W-I-K-E. Wiwa took off the N and the A, and is now Wiwa, W-I-W-A. And two of them are going to meet the same end. Wike, I am laying a curse on you that you may know that God Almighty sent me. The same way Fulani rejected Ken Saro-Wiwa at the right time and killed him, so shall they do to you if we don't get you first. Wike, I want you to understand the reason why I hate you now more than anybody else in the world. Do you know why I despise you now? Because you are trying to divide the children of God. Ken Saro-Wiwa tried it and was killed. Anybody who tries it will die. If you try it, you will die. Ken Saro-Wiwa is Wa-Iwa. That's his name. Wiwa. N-W-A-I-W-A. Wa-Iwa, the son of Ewa. They called it Wen or Wiwa. Nwachukwu became Wachukwu. People are fools. You see, my people are not well in the brain. You reject a name that God Almighty gave to you in order to please Fulani. Ken Saro-Wiwa and the Fulani killed him. Wike, you are renaming the name of, as I told you, Okilo, Mefad Okilo. They're the ones, Urumu Ola, Urumu Krushi, Urumu Adolu, Omo Adaolu, the children of the only surviving daughter. When they came from Arochukwu, they took everybody into slavery. Only one woman survived. Only one survived. And she gave birth to children. They named the place Omo Adaolu, the children of the only daughter. The land of God. And you idiots want to divide it. The land of God itself. You want to divide the children of God to allow uncircumcised vandals to come in to possess a land that God gave to our ancestors. Omo Adaolu, the children of the only surviving daughter. Adaolu, the only daughter they had. Why do you think I said that Igbo will be the capital of Biafra land? But of course, now Igbo is making a very strong case for it. Did we ever know that Igbo Land started from that even Benin City itself? We never knew. Because God said, I will, when the time comes, if you come back to me after our 2015 atonement prayer, if you abandon every other, including the one the white man brought to you, and face me, and only me, then nobody answers why Jesus, where we come from. Do you answer why Jesus? I'm asking you a question. Or why Muhammad? Is that your name? Is your name why Muhammad or why Jesus? You answer why Chukwu, the Son of God of heaven and earth. This is maybe. In 2015, I prayed, and I will release that very clip today. Listen to it. All of you claiming you are from Niger Delta, listen to that. God said, anytime you come back to me, I will bring all of you back together again from where you come from, including Igbo Land. I will teach you in the spirit the history of Oba and Idu. That place is Idu Land. Idu Land. They call it Idu. Ubiaja, they call Eshan. Igbo people. I-G-B-O. Igbo. Why haven't you thought about this before? They divide you to conquer you. When Ken Saro-Wiwa thought that he was doing that thing, they became autonomous, and he was the most educated man there, they became autonomous. He never told Ogoni people, I went to school with Igbo people. If at all he claims he's not Igbo anymore. The scholarship that I went to school with was given to me by an Igbo man. Are you listening? Oh dear. Who built Igbocha? I want people to go, and do you know that Shell was in Owerri? Shell was in Owerri. And the Igbo, they had sense in those days, intelligent men. Hi! May Elohim bless them. Igbo State Union. Before the war, they were an authority unto themselves. You will pack your bags from Omuahia, you travel to Zaria. Upon getting to Zaria, you speak Igbo. Our son will take you to an Igbo man's house, and they will take you to their chairman, and they will give you where to sleep. And by the next day, you start work. When I think of When I think of Igbo land before the war, tears come to my eyes, I'm telling you. The mere fact that you are in Bauchi and you speak Igbo, every Igbo person around there is your brother and your sister. If they're older than you, they are your uncles. You call them dead. If they are the age of your father, you call them father. Let me tell you what happened in America. I was in the US. I think it was early this year or was it last year? I can't remember. It was it was early this year. I was in the US. I was in a town hall meeting in Chicago. And the girl came to me, we were taking pictures. And the girl came to me and said, and I said to them, why don't you marry each other in America? Why don't you organize a ball once you leave college? They organize a ball for all of you Biafran people to meet together, and then your sons will meet your daughters and you can intermarry. One of them came to me and said to me, she didn't know when she said to me, uncle, do you know the problem we had? Why we never intermarried or married each other? And I said, no. She said to me, because when we were growing up, our parents will introduce the fathers and the mothers of the people we are supposed to marry as our uncles and our aunties. Do you understand? You know the way we are. In England, once you speak Igbo, to Nnamdi and Nnamdi came, this is your uncle. That's where we are. And we didn't know that these kids, they had it in their brain. I cannot go and date the child of my uncle or my aunt, although they're not from the same village. And so she said to me that the problem is from our parents. They introduced us to everybody as our uncle and our aunt. And I said to her, that is how we are as a people. If I leave Umuahia and I travel to Igbo Land in Aba, every Umuahia person is my brother and my sister. Now, if I leave Ungwao and I travel to say Ondo State, every Igbo person in Ondo State is my brother and my sister and my uncle and my father and my mother. That is the way we are as a people. It doesn't mean you cannot marry them. She was shocked. And yes, that is what we do. If you see somebody in those, I remember my own aunt, Doka Modo, married in Mbise, when my younger brother was born. My own aunt, my father's immediate younger sister. When I said I was in Aba, I was with her when I was going to primary school in Aba. Helen is her name. My aunt. My aunt will say to me, please, we were staying at Abai Omocham then. I went to go and see them from government college. I went to on a weekend. She said to me, take this thing and go and give to my sister. And I asked her, who is that your sister? She said, that's Ubakala woman there. Ubakala is not Ibeku. I don't know who the woman is. But because she is from Umuahia, living in Aba, she became my aunt automatically. And in America, they're saying, how can I then go and marry my aunt's child? That means that boy is my relative. So they saw all of that. The reason why we don't intermarry in America or marry each other as much as we should is because we see everybody as one family. This is what Wike is trying to bring division into. This was what Ken Saro-Wiwa tried and failed and lost his life in the process. Have you seen Jews? Anywhere you go to, they say, oh, they cooperate, they're always together, they live together, they do this together. And the only thing is that they marry one another. We don't. We do not marry one another. We don't marry each other. We need to marry each other. We need to marry each other more. Do you know Margaret Ebo, where she comes from? The one that they named Calabar Airport after. Margaret Ebo is from Nnewi, but she married a man, an Efik man. Ebo. Are you aware of that? The regard I have for P2B is because The wife is from Cross River State. We need to intermarry more. We are all one people. It's just like somebody from Samaria marrying somebody from Judea. The language may be different. Some of you do not know that in Israel, you have many languages. Do you know that? The same way you have Ogoni in our, you have his own Kolokoma, as they say, you have a Fik language, you have a Bibio. Do you know that even in Israel, one people created, they all descended from Jacob. They have now, listen, people don't know anything. Oh. They have Hebrew. They have Yiddish. Are you aware of that? There's a language called Yiddish. They have the Hebrew language. They have Yiddish. And for some of you saying, oh, but in Bini, they speak a different language. Now let me shock you. I want to surprise all of you. Do you know that Hebrew language is new? It was written by one man. I've forgotten his name. Go and Google it. Hebrew language was written to unite all the dialects of the ancient tribes of Israel. Do you know that in those days, somebody who is from Judea spoke a different language from somebody who is from Samaria? Are you aware of that? But they are all Israelites. Are you aware? Are you aware? I'm asking you. So having different languages, maybe from Benin to Ogoja, from Ogoja to Oron, doesn't mean you are not one people. That was why a man, let me actually Google it, how the history of the Hebrew language. Because there is a language also called Aramaic that they spoke when Jesus was on earth. Aramaic, they have Hebrew, they have Yiddish. Let me see if I can actually do it myself. Whilst we're still, I don't know what came over me this morning to preach this gospel. I have no idea. It's wicked, and because of what Chibi Kameji said. You are not pursuing Fulani killers and headsmen. You are pursuing your own brothers, that the Fulani headsmen may kill them. Let me try and see if I can get it. The history of the Hebrew language. People don't know anything. The history of Hebrew language. Hebrew language. Yes, I think the man's name is Angel Sainz Badilos. Let me also check, please, to make sure that a man created it, joining all the languages. Of course, a history of the Hebrew language is a comprehensive description of Hebrew from its Semitic origins and the earliest settlement of Israelite tribes in Canaan to the present day. What the man did was to bring all, his name is Angel Sainz Badilos, I think it is. The history of the Hebrew language. Go and read it up. You will see it. One man created it. One man created the Hebrew language. What he did is to avoid trouble. Somebody was asking me, if you get Biafra, what language are you going to speak? And I said, when we get Biafra, we are going to get a panel of linguists from every clan, from every tribe, from every dialect. They will sit down, we lock them up somewhere until they produce a lingua franca. The same way the Hebrew language was produced to cater for everybody that sees himself as a Jew, as an Israelite. Do you see how what Chukwuka Kabiama is doing? Replicating what has gone before in our present time. Wike, for attempting to divide the house of God, you will die disgracefully. I lay a curse on you today. You will die shamefully and disgracefully. You are from Satan. You are from darkness. You can say anything you like about us. You can even condemn us. That was why I warned Umahi. Umahi tried to bring this, the same nonsense Umahi tried to do in Ebonyi State. Try to tell me Ebonyi State is not Biafra, Ebonyi State is not Igbo. What have you people done for us? That idiot did not know about a man called Dr. Akanu Ibiam from Ebonyi State. A pillar, a man of great honor. May his soul continue to rest in peace. A man of immense honor from Igbo State. A great scholar. Him and John Lennon were the people that returned their whatever rubbish from the Queen of England because of the war, because of how Britain treated Biafra from Igbo State. And I asked Umahi this morning, go and read the history of Dr. Kanu Ibiam and emulate him. That one day we are all going to die. One day when you leave, people will sing your praises the same way we are singing the praises of Akanu Ibiam today. It's from Ebonyi State. But you see, Wike is a dead man walking. Dead man walking. I didn't want to teach this history today. But you see that Asian here in the creek. With Arochukwu blood in him. Arochukwu. He doesn't know the meaning of the word Arochukwu. The children of God, the worshippers of God, the house of Levi that we have. Those created to worship God. Arochukwu. You have the blood of Arochukwu in you. Ankyo Briggs, you have the blood of Arochukwu in you, the children of God. And you're telling me I'm lad who like raw garbage. Ndara. Anyway, you are imbecilic. What do you know? Ndara. Ask people, we don't want Biafra. This is your Biafra. Ask them, do you have Arochukwu blood in you or not? If you doubt me, we do a DNA sequencing. We see if you and I share the same ancestry or not. Mad people. You think that different language means you're a different person. Stupid fools who don't read history. People who are badly educated. In Israel, in the land of God, there's Aramaic, there's Hebrew, there's Yiddish, and in fact, let me ask them, how many ancient languages did they speak in Israel? How many? Google it. How many Semitic languages did they speak in Israel? Oh, people don't know anything. Then you want to come and debate people who are learned. Huh? How many Semitic languages are there in Israel? Did they speak in Israel? Mad people everywhere. Ndiara. When they think I will just come out one day and start saying what we do not know. What we do not know. How many languages are there? I ask you. In the Levant region, that is the name is Levant. Levant, not Middle East. You know Britain, it was Britain that named the Middle East. And Asia, they named them Far East. So you will not know your history. Once they use that layer to cover you, River State, your history is forgotten. You no longer know who you are. Your name is Igbo, and the name you're answering is a name that is cursed. Port Harcourt is a cursed name. Cursed name, if you do not know. That is why there can be no development in Nepal. Go to Bayelsa. Is there any development? Apart from what the last governor did or tried to do, is there any development? Are people meaningfully employed? The answer is no. We cannot allow anybody to divide us. We are the children.
All right. So, have you learned? No. Have you learned? Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section. What you think about this. All right? Thank you very much. I will see you in my next video. God bless you.